What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD mobile video. So today we're talking about the patch notes for Season 2. Yes, it is still pretty early before the season comes out. We're about 2 weeks away, and apparently there was like this secret test server that received a lot of different changes to various guns. I think there's probably more buffs than there are actual nerfs, and it's for the guns that really kind of needed it. Some of them didn't, but I can understand why all these changes happened in the first place. So let's actually get into it. And I know this is kind of like different from, you know, how I usually do it with gameplay in the background, but I decided to do it this time around because I'm kind of like running out of gameplay. So I'd rather just use that footage for, you know, something more important. So I'm gonna kind of like get through this pretty quickly. So let's start off with the first set of changes. So let's go to Season 2 test server. Okay, there we go. So the first change is the HBR A3. They improved the ADS time from 250 milliseconds to 245 milliseconds. It's not really that much. Maybe it might help, but I don't really see it actually doing that. They also decreased the initial recoil, which is actually a good thing because the HBR's recoil has always been kind of weird no matter what you put on it. Sometimes you can have a steady stock, sometimes you can have that new, what's that stock? The Thunderbolt Sling, and it felt like it never really worked. That's one of the biggest problems with the HBR. The recoil pattern was always unpredictable, and no matter what you put, it was very inconsistent. So next change is the BK57. They improved the hit flinch by a slight amount. They improved the ADS bullet spread accuracy from 21.7 to 27. I guess just enough to make it more useful at longer ranges, I'm assuming. They also decreased the initial recoil, so all that little sights recoil that you would see, it is going to be decreased. I don't know by how much, they didn't specify that, but it definitely needed to happen because, yeah, the BK57 had a lot of horizontal recoil for a long time. But fun fact, it was because of a nerf that happened with the BK. Before, it actually used to shoot like a laser around the earlier times, like post Gunsmith, but I don't know what happened there. They had a need to nerf it, but like given that everything's buffed, you know, nowadays, the BK57, let's be honest, guys, was kind of like falling behind. So it needed something like this. I know it may not seem like a lot, but it might help immensely. As for the Man of War, they improved the reload speed by another 30%. They've done this before, but I think it was like a smaller amount. So the reloading is going to be extra fast, even though I don't really think it had to. Decreased ADS time from 280 milliseconds to 260, so a massive increase with, you know, the ADS time. It's going to be a little bit faster. Maybe not enough to make it overpowered, but I think it's going to be just fine. As for the ICR, there was kind of like an unnecessary change on the last range. It does give you 2 extra meters on the final range, giving you more range in that area, but again, it doesn't really matter. As for the decrease, the recoil shift on the third shot, so basically, apparently the ICR had recoil, but I don't know what happened there, but whatever. EM2 improved bullet speed. Reload time decreased from 2.5 seconds to 3 seconds to 2.2 seconds to 2.6 seconds, so it's a lot faster than before. Damage profile improved from 36 32 22 to 36 32 27, so that's, I think, in BR, but like I think the final range, or I don't even know. Wait, that's the damage profile. So it did get increased slightly, so now it could be a faster time to kill. The Ranger Barrel increased bullet velocity boost from 90% to 70%. The Ranger Barrel, I don't really see that being useful. I think a lot of people would prefer using the Task Force, at least when it comes to multiplayer. But yeah, I mean, that might be a nerf for Battle Royale. They also decreased the ADS time penalty from 15% to 10%, decreased ADS movement speed penalty from 15 to 10%. So it's a little faster, nothing really crazy, but like I said, Ranger Barrel is not going to be useful in multiplayer, but it is definitely going to be useful in BR. As for the 40 round extend mag, they decreased the ADS time penalty from 10% to 7%, so it's slightly faster, nothing crazy. So now we move on to a more, I guess, a much needed change, which is the MSMC. They improved the range profile from 0 to 7 meters, 7 to 14, 14 to 19 to 0 to 8 meters, 8 to 15, and 15 to 19. So overall, the range has been decreased. I don't know if that's going to really change much, but The one that really does need to improve is definitely the recoil of the first 4 shots that it does mention. Hopefully it does kind of make it more stable, but I'm not really sure how stable it really is going to be. They also decreased the reload speed by 25%, and they changed the 36 round extended mag to a 40 round extended mag, which is something that it it definitely needed. So I'm glad that the MSFC got some buffs. So, as for the QXR, they improved the arm multiplier from 1 times to 1.1 times. I'm not sure which part of the arm they're specifying. I think they're talking about the entire arm. So, it might be a little bit easier to 4 to 5 shot, depending on which range you're at. As for the MX-9, they decreased the horizontal recoil, basically making it back to the laser that it was before, albeit with less damage. The Lapo, they improved the bullet speed from 300 meters per second to 450 meters per second. And they also improved the range profile from basically, I think, 2 meters on the first, 1 meter, well, actually, no, like about 2 to 3 meters on the second, and just 1 meter on the last range. So that's a decent change, I guess. I don't really think it's going to matter too much. Maybe it will, given that's an SMG. As for Dingo, they did increase the range profile from 0-12 meters to 12-20 meters to all the way to, I believe, 0-15 and 15-22. So definitely a much needed change for the range, because it was kind of bad, let's be honest. They also improved the damage profile from 28-24-19 to 28-24-19. That's 24-22. Sorry, BR only. Fixed mobility bug in BR. Didn't even know I had that issue. Again, guys, I don't play BR that much, but if you guys were experiencing that issue, you guys let me know down in the comment section on what that actually is about. As for the Echo, they increased the pellets per shot from 8 to 9, so it's definitely going to be a lot more lethal. I'm assuming this kind of like refers to just, non-slug round version of the Echo, so I think it's going to be good. As for the AK-47, the 5.45 millimeter rounds. So it fixed an issue in which wrong damage values were displayed in BR. Damage profile from 25-21-19-20 to 25-21-20 to BR, so that's a good buff. Improved damage profile from 25-21-16-15 to 25-21-17-15. So in the third range, it might be possible to one-shot still, or maybe have a better 2-shot capability. I'm not really that sure, but it can help immensely as well. As for the M16, the Wildfire, they added a 15% flinch penalty while using this specific weapon perk, and they also adjusted the recoil, so it might be a little higher. It's purple, so again, it might be, it's kind of like unknown. It might have been like a lot worse now compared to before. As for the Crick 6, increased ADS time from 250 milliseconds to 260, so that's a nerf to the ADS speed. So it's gonna be a little slower, maybe not that much, but it definitely needed to happen for the Crick 6, since you could literally like bring it up like faster than a pistol, like a maxed out speed pistol. Extended Mag A, Fast Extended Mag added a 1% mobility penalty, as well as Large Extended Mag B, Fast Extended Mag B added a 3% mobility penalty. So yeah, this thing's going to be a lot slower in terms of movement, but when it comes to its damage, I don't think that's really going to change too much. But now let's move on to the final changes. For the Jak 12, they increased the hipfire spread, so it's a lot less accurate. They decreased the profile damage. Oh, sorry guys, I just ate some tacos. Decreased profile damage from 17.876 to 16.865, so a pretty big decrease in damage. I'm not sure if this applies to both BR and multiplayer, but it might be a universal thing. As for the CBR, they're just more or less movement speeds and just reload time decreases, so it's gonna be a lot slower. Well, maybe not a lot slower, but just enough to at least, kind of bring it down to earth. As for the DLQ 33, these are like only BR changes. They decreased the bullet velocity by 30%. I didn't even know it had bullet velocity in BR. Effect duration reduced from 1.5 seconds to 1.2 seconds. YKM stock on all weapons fixed an issue which the ADS movement speed bonus wasn't listed correctly. I guess, I don't think that's a buff or anything, but the Cryonade improved range from 4 meters to 4.5. Shadow Blade improved duration from 20 seconds to 30 seconds. Sticky Nade improved damage from 160 to 180, so it's a lot more powerful than before. And I'm assuming this might affect martyrdom as well, since I think they do use the same grenade. I'm not that sure, but it can be the case. So it might be even more deadly, but I could be wrong about that. C4 got a massive damage range overall. The minimum damage goes from 60 to 50, decreased maximum damage from 200 to 180. Again, if you have like the classes that make those explosives stronger, I don't think it's gonna be too much of an issue. Again, not everyone uses flak jacket, so I don't think this is gonna be too much of a bad change. As for the ballista, EM3 duration decreased from 30 seconds to 20 seconds, decreased the capacity from 3 shots to 2 shots, so you get 2 of those things. So they're kind of gonna make you be more wise to choose which people you actually want to kill with the ballista. And I think I think this is gonna be more of a strategic weapon now. So if you see someone that may be difficult to take out from a hard point or something, you could probably just shoot through the wall and kill them, but you have to be really careful on who you choose. So yeah, I think that's something that the ballista definitely needed. The Igniter BR class energy consumption increased from 5% to 15, 10%. Medic BR class, let's see, improved HP recovery from 6 to 9% to 8 to 12%. Improved armor recovery from 916 to 13.5 and 22.5. That's a massive one, if anything. Improved range profiles from 0 to 8 meters, 8 to 16. 16 to 30 to 0 10 meters, 10 to 17 meters, 17 to 30. Airborne BR classes improved launch height by 25% and decreased recharge time from 50 to 40 to 40 to 36. I don't know if that means like 40 to 36 seconds or something like that, but yeah. So basically these are all the changes that we have right now. There probably can be more, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD mode content. I'll see you guys next time.